The war between OBINNA and Larry Madowo continued to ravage and spread like a wild bushfire. You know why? This is it. My good name is Anthony Jenga, and this is Eve Media Kenya, the number one online TV. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Let us get into this. For the longest time, there has been, this particular banter between Larry Madowo and OBINNA. Definitely, this is new. Why? Because we have never experienced this before. OBINNA goes head to head with Larry Madowo CNN. There is this particular Pulse Influencer of the Year award, whereby OBINNA and Larry Madowo are topping the list. There is also the likes of Rin Ngugi, commentator Tumbili, and other particular content creators. But these particular two candidates stands out because yesterday was OBINNA topping the list. Today, Larry Madowo is topping the list, and people are just wondering, okay, it is getting somehow interesting, because people tend to say that, OBINNA is the GOAT of social media, and other people saying that, oh no, Larry Madowo is better than OBINNA. So there is a particular battle. No one knows who will win this particular war, because it is a war, and it is among the fans, not about the personalities. But people tend to say, since OBINNA has a lot of influence when it comes to YouTube, because definitely he is a YouTuber of the year. All the things that he have been doing are amazing and excellent. So without any further ado, we can definitely say that OBINNA is the best when it comes to YouTube content. But when it comes to personality, to influencing the numbers, we can definitely give it to Larry Madowo, because you can remember this particular year when Larry Madowo definitely said, our international airport is leaking. I'm talking about JKIA, and people are just crazy about it because Larry Madowo has numbers, And when you come to the other side of OBINNA hosts each and every particular celebrity in his show. But you know what? The difference between these particular two guys or two gentlemen is, one comes, all the things that he does comes naturally, while the other one is a hard-working guy. Who you are just asking for yourself, who has that particular talent? Both have talent, but both are blessed in different ways. OBINNA can do anything. When it comes to music, when it comes to crowd, when it comes to market, he can definitely do it 10-0. And also, when you come into the aspect of hard working, this particular guy, he definitely hosts a live show on a Monday from around 2 p.m. until 3 a.m. the next day. So when it comes to hard work, I tend to give it to OBINNA. But when it comes to talent and going, Larry Madowo knows what he wants. He loves his job. He has the art in his brow veins. He just flows. He doesn't force anything. He just says what it is without sugarcoating. Some particular journalists out there, they definitely sugarcoat things. They don't report the actual thing in the ground. But for Larry Madowo has been saying everything articulate to on the point. And for this particular, Pulse Influencer Award, I tend to think that between him and OBINNA, one of them have to take this particular thing home. But let me tell you guys, it's going to be a battle, because it is not easy as we see it. Because I tend to remember yesterday, Larry Madowo had a lot of numbers, but he was the second in that particular, according to the results of the past influencer award. I'm sorry for that, I have some cold. That's why you keep on hearing my sound. It's not great, it's not dull, but you know what, we have to keep on managing this situation. Sometimes it becomes sore, sometimes it's not cool, and you know what, we are not going to be bothered by it. We are going to go head on head with it, direct to the point, without fear of anything. Let us get back to this. Madowo has been working perfectly, but OBINNA has also been working hardworkingly, extremely good. So I'm just wondering, what are the end results of this particular perspective? Because it's going to be harder, it's going to be different. This is not what we are used to see. So in these particular terms, I tend to give these particular two guys, but I tend to agree most OBINNA deserves it, because OBINNA has been getting numbers on the way, along the ways, and it has been always been good. But when it comes to Madowo has made the name. He has won a lot of awards, maybe international, a lot of great awards. And when it comes to hard work, both are hardworking, because today you'll hear Madowo is covering demonstrations here in Kenya. Tomorrow he will be on Nigeria covering the same demonstrations. So when it comes to hard work, both I give them tick. When it comes to showbiz, I give OBINNA, because OBINNA is the king of showbiz. He keeps on crowd chasing, and he knows how to convert shows to business. We have seen him did this a lot of many times, especially when he was at Kiss, especially when he was working at other particular radio stations. He has been on his top. Let me tell you, how many times have you scrolled your YouTube channel without seeing even Media Kenya and OBINNA? Just tell me, how many times? Because according to me, each and every particular place you have to find something to do with OBINNA. OBINNA did this, OBINNA did this, OBINNA, and everywhere, even in the social media. So for me, I tend to think that this particular dude deserves this particular award. So it goes without any saying that what, OBINNA is going to win it. But you know what, sometimes it all depends with the fans, because something interesting to note is there has been this particular war going on Twitter. It's called former Twitter. It's called X. So sorry, you have to forgive me, I have some sore throat, so excuse me guys. So this is what is going to happen. The war is going to continue. People are going to rally behind, both are good. Let me say that both are good, but definitely it all depends with the fans. The fans will carry the day. But on Twitter, OBINNA anachapwa kuchapwa. People are hating on OBINNA. I don't know why, because Twitter people or X fans, they are just saying, OBINNA is a piece of shit. OBINNA does not do this and this and this. A lot of things, and I'm just wondering, oh my God. Do you know how hardworking OBINNA is? Do you know how OBINNA is super multi-talented and also keep on being at the top of the game? Either you give OBINNA or not, we definitely can agree that OBINNA, for the whole year, he has to be the most influential person. And people are out there. By the way, let me say this. People have been arguing it this way. At OBINNA have been inviting government people to his show. It's like Obinna is bootlicking these particular politicians. He does this and this, and I'm just left wondering. So, you are a host of a show. Do you need to be biased to control the game? And to my honest opinion, if you are a media personality, if you are a journalist, one thing that you are being taught in school is that don't take sides, be neutral, don't be biased, and make sure you report accurately. That's it. The rule. So what Obinna says, or what Obinna does, he generally invites different politicians who have different opinions. Like for example, you can take it easy. Obinna went ahead and invited the then CS Murkomen, went ahead and invited Babu Owino. When you put those particular guys, I can definitely be able to say that one is a government critic, the other one is with government. Generally, you can say that because Obinna is not biased. He has known the art of controlling the game without being biased. That's it. Perfectly. Okay, let us go back to Larry Madowo. Larry Madowo, I can generally say this. In fact, he reports accurately according to the how things are in the ground. Like for example, there is this particular time where there was a lot of escalations in demonstrations. There was this and this, and this particular dude used to broadcast everything without cutting. And Kenyans are the same Kenyans. They went ahead and said, what, this particular guy is painting our country black. This dude is painting our country like it is full of violence. But how do you tell me that saying the correct thing the way it is just painting you bad? People tend to sugarcoat things. People tend to say a lot of negative things, but when you are addressing them, they just suggest that you should say the positive things. You guys, I totally disagree with you, some of you, and there is a lot of you who I agree with, and you can definitely say this, that sometimes we hate without thinking. Sometimes we just waste our energy by hating because you are told this particular guy is bad, this particular guy doesn't do good. Sometimes you have that particular option to make it better or not to make it anything at all. I keep saying this. If that certain particular person, you like his ideologies or her ideologies, you can definitely follow him or her. But if you dislike their ideologies, you can as well walk away, because no one's forced you to do this. That's the whole point. So Kenyans, as long as we are here to fight, saying Obinna does this and Larry Madowo does this, it totally doesn't make sense at the end of the day, because people tend to say that no one brings you food at the end of the day, and I'm just wondering, were you there for food or were you there for fun? I tend to say that both of them deserve it. So if you want to support Obinna, go there at www.pars.co.ke and vote. If you are certified that Larry Madowo is dope, go and vote it. And also, if you feel like the likes of Rain Gogi are so perfect to you, you can. But talking about Rain Gogi, on this particular year, I can definitely say that what PAS could have done in this particular category. They have mixed everything. Nika kuweka minji na walu pamoja. My nigga, that can't work. because you find these particular things are put in one basket. Like there is let me put you this way. Let me try and tell you what shows are in that particular same category. When it comes to YouTube, all of them that's YouTube. So when it comes to content, all of them have different contents. When it comes to shows, this particular year, Tumbili has not done any shows. He used to do celebrities, those who are a certain particular categories, made of cars. But this year, I can definitely say that Tumbili has been hard on the blogs. Commentator has been hard on blogs, but right now he has started a live show. OBINNA, he gets it right. No one does a live show here in Kenya. In fact, the biggest thing right now we are talking about is OBINNA's live show. It's the best. Of course, he is going hard on this particular substance. He is vibrant. Those particular people, back years or the years back who used to do a live show is Andrew Kibe, but he was banned. But right now I have seen that he is back. There is Jalas before politics. He was the biggest dope, doing a live show each and every particular day. Okay, so when it comes to other particular categories like shows, there is a live show and not a show. So when it comes to show, I tend to think that Len Ngugi is the most influential person who organizes, and numbers don't lie. There is no one who has a great potential, or I definitely say that there is no one who has a lot of numbers behind her, except like Diana B. But Diana B is not vibrant when it comes to content. But when it comes to shows, Len Ngugi has that magical star. She definitely deserves it. So Pulse Awards, you have failed Kenyans terribly because you have put everything in one particular basket, which next year and other years tend to think that there are other particular difference and categories of content creation. You can put the TikTokers, you can put the YouTubers into different categories, because I tend to say that internet is the future. Everyone who has numbers on internet, you definitely going to do this one. So when it comes to live show, you have given to OBINNA. When it comes to those inspirational shows, we give it to Len Ngugi. When it comes to blogging it differs. But let me say this. As the year up January, let me say there. As the year was beginning in January, February, April, Commentator was the most influential blogger. He used to do stories and pop like this. 100 views, 100k views. The second day, 300k views. And I was just like, damn, this particular guy is magical. But you know what? I don't know what happened to Commentator at that particular moment, because he stopped doing content. He stopped being consistent. And one particular thing is that consistency sometimes kills the game. So he just slowed down, he toned down, and that is where he lost the influence. Other people who have been so vibrant and enjoyable watching is Tumbili. Tumbili has been so good, but we have to definitely divide this particular thing into two, the men and women, because we don't have the same energy. When it comes to ladies, I tend to give it to Trudy Kitui. Trudy Kitui is that particular girl. She is definitely everywhere. anajituma kweli kweli. She deserves it. But there are two people who you can never differentiate because they has a lot of power. Do you know the likes of Lynn Ngugi? The energy in that particular woman, the energy in that particular lady, it is incomparable. The influence, the touch, they tend to call it the toshe. Wafalansa toshe. So Lynn Ngugi is so vibrant, and I don't know if there is someone who disagrees with me, but let me tell you, Lynn Ngugi, if she is put side to side with Andrew Kibe being the only blogger who have ever reached the maximum, Lynn Ngugi bado hajafika ile maximum. So if you put Andrew Kibe akiwa on top, akiwa career yake ikiwa pale juu kabisa, alafu weke Lynn Ngugi wakati career yake itakuwa imefika pale juu, those numbers will match 50-50. I can definitely assure it to you. One is a hard worker, the other one is also a hard worker. When it comes to talents, both have talents. When it comes to vibes, both have vibes. You know, that's it. You have just to understand the game. But you know what? They tend to say that this particular cake is so big. It's so big that it will definitely make us all be satisfied. Do you know what? It is just a drop in the ocean. So go out there and vote for whoever you feel like this deserves. If you are for Team OBINNA, Team Commentator, Team Lara Madowo, Team Tumbiri, you can you can clearly do it for us. You know what? It has been awesome. My good name is Anthony Jenga, and this is Eve Media Kenya, the #1 online TV. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Until the next one, bye bye for now. Peace.